Actually, while we're on the topic of Twitter, I did want to talk a little bit about Hogwarts Legacy. Not about the Twitter drama. I don't care. I've made my takes very clear on that over on my Twitter, on my Mastodon. I want to talk about the game from a sort of a technical aspect, because that's one of the things that's kind of been ignored with all of the nonsense going on around this game. This game, it's a fun game. I really enjoy it. But this game is a little bit buggy. So not only is the PC port, like, let's just say, bad? We'll say bad. It's really laggy. You have to sort of do a lot of INI tweaking to get it to the point where it's mostly playable and not crashing. On the Linux version, you have to make some tweaks to make sure your game doesn't crash every time you fast travel, which absolutely can happen in the regular version. It's just like a tweak to like a couple of system variables and then you're good to go. I think also changing your swappiness also is a good idea. I think that addresses some performance issues. But the main issue with this game is it's a little bit buggy. Now, they are patching it basically all the time, and it is slowly getting better. But I do remember seeing this clip from... it was an Asmongold clip. Asmongold Hogwarts Legacy bug. Here we go. Yeah. So, I'll just explain what's going on for any of the audio listeners. So, this game doesn't have loading screens between, like, the open world zones. But it does still have loading screens in a sense. These are loading screens that are done hiddenly behind doors. Now, this door that is being seen right now, this door here is supposed to be a loading door. But the door for some reason decided not to appear. And when the door didn't appear, that means the loading zone didn't appear. And when the loading zone doesn't appear, that means the map doesn't appear. And you can just fall out of the map, which is what happened to Asmon. Now, luckily at this point, he did have his broom, so he could just fly back up to the map. And if you go back up and then just fast travel to another zone, if you go to like Hogsmeade or something and then come back, the game is going to force a reload of the map. But this is just one of the issues this game has. Some people in the chat here are saying this is going to be a speedrun strat. If you can force this, absolutely it will be. I'm sure there are ways you can abuse this to make speedrunning the game like very, very easy. But I actually ran into my own bug earlier today. Also, that's not the first time that bug's happened. If I just got Hogwarts Legacy bugs, I know there was someone who got trapped in the ground. He got trapped in the ground because the loading zone door appeared on top of them. Is this one? Okay, that's a money glitch. Fails in random moments. Is this a bug here? Okay, no, this is just someone who's being stupid. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah, you can sometimes fly into the loading zone door too quickly. So if you fly around the map too quickly, sometimes the map doesn't load properly, and when it loads, you might be on top of where it's supposed to load. I did have a separate issue today where the textures around me just didn't load at their proper resolution and were like running. They were like hyper compressed version. It was like I was running the game at like 360p. Everything was just a blur. Eventually, the textures did load in though, and it was fine. The issue that I had though, the fun one, is I was in the dueling club. The dueling club with Lucan. And it turns out, I don't know if this is consistent, but I did manage to make it happen. If you use a potion basically just as you're getting hit. So you don't finish the potion drink animation, you still have the potion in your hand as you get hit. And if you die from that hit, you will keep holding the potion not only through your death animation, you'll still be holding it when you get back out into the combat. It's not doing anything. You can still cast spells because you drink potions with your left hand and use magic with your right hand. So you're just running around with this potion. But when you're in the dueling arena, it's also supposed to reset the amount of potions you use between each of the rounds. But in this case, it didn't. But it did, okay? So when I say it didn't, I initially started with 11 potions. When I went into that new round, it said I had 10 because I was holding one in my hand. Then I used a potion because I actually needed to heal. That potion went away and everything was back to normal. And then my potion count went back up to 11. So it recovered the potions I had, just not when it was supposed to. I'm not sure why the second part happened. My assumption with the potion hold animation is I don't think it unqueues events until the event is over. So there's sort of two main ways you can handle an event system, where you pop things off the event queue, the event stack, whatever you're using, when the event happens. The other option is you peek at the event, you perform the event, and then pop it off and discard it. I think that the game is looking at the event and then discarding it once it's done. This can lead to weird situations where you're still holding something that you shouldn't be holding. I might be mistaken. I absolutely might be mistaken, and it's just a coincidence. But if I can make this consistent, I think I'm right then. And what that means for other aspects of the game, that I don't know. There could very well be some like potential speedrunning implications of of being out of work like this. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a fun thing. But if there are speedrunning implications, I'm sure someone is going to work them out. Also, one of the things I really don't like about the game is the cats. Not because I don't like cats, because the cats look really bad. Hogwarts Legacy cats. Everyone's talking about petting the cats. No one's talking about how ugly the cats are. See if we can find a good shot. Yeah, I think this is a good one. Here we go. Look at this cat. Like, all the player model, like the character models, the world models, everything looked great. But these cats look like they're out of a game from like 2007. I don't know what's wrong with their face. I don't know what's wrong with their texture. I don't know what's wrong with their legs. Everything about this cat looks really bad. Now, for reference, let's look at a good game cat. Stray. Stray is top tier cat. Now, the cats obviously don't matter. The cats don't need to be top tier stray cats. But like, I don't know why these cats look so bad in Hogwarts Legacy. I genuinely don't understand. They are just bad. Like, flat out bad. And they're made so much worse by everything else in the game looking so good. Speaking of bad, if you play this game with ray tracing, all of the mirrors work. Ray tracing. Can I find a good example of the mirrors? Mirrors. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Show me my face and... I'm trying to think of how to rhyme this. Show me my face and all what did all okay, here we go. Here's the mirror. I was just trying to bullshit until I got to it. So this is how the mirrors look if you don't use ray tracing. And if you get really close to it, okay, I guess it's not going to show that. If you get really close to it, it actually shows you a reflection of your face, but you're facing backwards from the mirror. Like, it's not showing your face reflected in the mirror. It's as if you're like looking away from it. And then with ray tracing on, then the mirrors actually work correctly. I don't know why the mirrors are so bad if you don't use ray tracing. Like, games have had mirrors, even like not great mirrors, for a long time. I think they just didn't know how to program mirrors, because this is intentional. Like, the mirrors are like really dirty if you don't use ray tracing. Like, they are set up like this so they don't have to have baked in reflections. But like games from 2007 had mirrors that at least had basic reflections. But no, not Hogwarts Legacy. No. That's too difficult for this game.